Hey guys, what's up? I thought I'd do a quick video about like which of the strikers like is right for you. Like if you're asking the question which striker would I main, right? So I'm gonna go through all the strikers that are currently in the game, and I'm gonna go over like where they're best at, what they're best at doing, and kind of generalize them into like a few different categories of like what they do best, with like maybe some of them a subcategory of like they can do other stuff too, because almost all of them are pretty versatile. So we'll start with Juliet. Juliet's what I would call a pure forward. She wants to play really far up in the opponent's goal, harassing and going for KOs constantly. Now she can also be a midfielder, but I'd still think you have to be really KO heavy with her. But I would say she's more of a striker than a midfielder, but she can be played at midfield too. Just a better striker.
There's a reason
Kai,
I'm the
I
best.
think, is one of the most versatile strikers in the game. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
Always
sorry, I'm
wanted
sorry.
to go pro.
You want to play Juliet if you want to score goals and you want to KO people. And then maybe I'll do a more in-depth guide on like each of them individually. But for
You'll
now, this
need
is
me
just going to be
on your
like
team.
which one should you pick up if you're brand new to the game. So sorry, my bad. So, Guy is by far the most versatile striker in the game, in my opinion. In my opinion, because his E ability, I'm pretty sure, yeah, his E ability is one of the most versatile in the fact that it has many hits with it. I'm pretty sure it's five hits, and that usually blocks two, and if you're lucky, even three abilities if you time it perfectly. So that means he can be played as a goalie, a midfielder, and a striker. And I think personally his best position is probably goalie, but that doesn't mean that he can't be a good striker. If you want to pick up somebody that you can keep playing all the time, it's definitely Kai. Kai is almost rarely ever banned. Juliet's banned a lot. The new one, Imi, is banned a lot. So Kai's a good one to always be able to play. Dubu,
Dubu.
sadly, I think is probably the worst striker in the game, due to the fact that all his abilities to be able to defend the goal have really slow charge up times, meaning that you can hit it past him while he's charging up his ability, because it's like half a second before it actually comes out, so you can either time it or charge it up because it's really telegraphed. um if you're brand new to the game, I wouldn't be against people picking him up, but I think you should stay away from him for now. He's not unplayable for sure. Every character here is playable. Every striker's playable. But I would say go towards Atlas or Kai if you want to be a goalie. But Dubu's still a solid choice. He's a good goalie. He is a pure defensive goalie. So if you just want to be good at defending the goal, you can pick Dubu. But Atlas is also good for that. And then
Don't
we'll go
waste my
to
time.
Estelle. A lot of people say a lot of the high elo players, and right now I'm gold. I'm high gold. I've been to plat like 2 times, almost three. Um, but I have a pretty decent understanding about how to play the game. I have 270 wins, like 500 games total, more than 500, and I have 64 hours in the game. And I played like Rocket League and League of Legends, so I have experience with these kind of games. And then my top three, but I don't play Estelle anymore. That was in the beginning when I was first picking up the game. Um, I don't think she's a good goalie. Sorry for getting off track. I don't think she's a good goalie at all. I think she's a really good goalie for keeping the core, or whatever I call it, a puck. But keeping the puck on the other side of the field as a goalie, she's really good at that. She's really bad when it comes to, if they bring the puck to your side of the field and they're in your face, she's gonna get scored on, because her abilities have slow, slow, slow movement across. Like, so when she fires it, it takes a long time to get to the edge. And then her E, her best ability, has like a half second charge up time before it'll do it, and it's really inconsistent, especially if you're not setting yourself up for the shot. If you're just trying to randomly snipe it and get it away, it's really hard to aim that. So I would say she's a good midfield control mage. I wouldn't say she's a good forward, and I don't think she's a good goalie. I think she's just good at a midfield control mage and making sure the 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 puck stays on the opponent's side, and is really good at long. She's really good at mid-range scoring. She's really good at just scoring from like almost anywhere on the field. Um,
Don't
and then
distract me from my
Atlas
work.
is a pure goalie like Dubu, a pure defensive goalie, except I personally think he's better than Dubu because his W has an ability that puts up a shield around where he's currently standing, and you can change the size of it with different trainings and such. And I might make a training video too if this gets some views and stuff. Atlas is a pure defensive goalie with the ability on his ultimate to save his team from being KO'd anywhere on the map, no matter where he puts the ulti, which I think is super powerful. And if you can get really good with him, I think you can win a lot of games with him. I think he's probably one of the best. I think he's the best goalie in the game. Maybe tied with Luna, because Luna is an exceptional goalie as well, especially a scoring goalie, but by far defensive. If you just want to say, I want to climb, I don't want the other team to score on me, Atlas is definitely your best bet.
This game
Now,
makes
with
sense.
Juno, risk it all for Slime Girl, um, I think she is probably, if you if you're the best player in the game and you're the best Juno in the world, if you're the best Juno, you're probably the best player because Juno's so macro heavy, where she can drop slimes, and then dropping the slimes, if they hit the slime, she can aim it where she wants the puck to go, and she doesn't even have to be near it. The problem is it's really hard to macro yourself and the slimes and where you want it to go. So I would probably say don't play her if you're a new player, but maybe get into her once you understand the core mechanics of the game. But she's definitely high risk, high reward.
Thank you for
And
choosing
she's
me.
more of a control midfielder. She can be played goalie. I think she's pretty decent at goalie. Um she's more of a jack of all trades. You can play her anywhere really. As long as you're good with her and you know how to play her.
I am
Now
Dracar.
Jakar, what doesn't matter. Um I think he is one of, if not the best, pure forward sitting on the opponent's side of the field and trying to cherry pick goals and get the occasional KO. Now, when I first saw him, I thought he was a pure KO player, but then I realized with his stealth, with his E, he's really good at just going in the opponent goalie's face and forcing a goal. You either force the goal or they have to play pixel perfect to defend it, and they have to know it's coming. And with the invisibility, it's really hard to tell because you can be anywhere. Um, so yeah, I think he's by far one of the best pure scorer in the game. And then Juliet's probably a close second. But obviously, everybody's useful. Everybody's useful. That's just my opinion, but everybody's viable in this game, which makes it hard to do this stuff. But at the same time, it's great for the game. I
Are
love it.
you
Now with
checking
X,
me
X
out?
is different from everybody we covered so far, except Juliet. But X is a pure KOer. He can score. He can do other things, but the main point you pick X is you're saying I'm gonna KO you. I'm gonna KO the opponent, and then I'm gonna sit in the goalie's face and I'm gonna try to get a goal. And then that you play X the same play you play Jakar, except with X you're going for KOs. With Jakar, if you see one, you get one, but you're not necessarily going out of your way to get one. With X, that's all you want to do is get KOs. Never played him at goalie, useless. Everybody who I didn't say can play goalie, don't play him as goalie. They're just useless. Um, so yeah, with X, just go for KOs. I think he's decent, but he's really hard to he's hard to get into. Um,
Um, really?
I don't even know this chick's name. I don't really ever play her, to be honest. Um, oh, oops. Okay. Um, I think it's Estelle. No, it's God, who is it? Arrow. Okay, my bad. So so with Era, she's mid she's a midfield control mage who really just excels at buffing her team, debuffing the other team, and really just controlling things and kind of playing the midfield and setting up your teammates for success. You can score with her, but a lot of her stuff is really slow or short range. So I definitely think a midfield control player is definitely her playstyle and suits her well. With
Trust.
Luna,
You'll never meet anyone like me.
she's a tough one because definitely can be played goalie. Um, One of the best scoring goalies in the game right now, barring like whatever these three are. She's by far the best scoring goalie in the game. She can score from standing in her goal and not even have to leave. And then she has another ability where she can fly up and do it and then come back. She's insanely versatile. One of the best trainings. Make sure you will get the movement training. Make sure you get eject button if you're gonna play her. But she's one of the best scoring goalies. So if you still like to score goals, but you're tired of getting trash goalies on your team, Luna's your best bet.
Let's do this.
With Asher, she is also highly versatile. She is very good playing the Drakkar role, getting in people's faces, Juliet role, getting in people's faces, trying to KO them, trying to push them out the map. But she's also a very good goalie because her abilities are come out very fast and are very good defensively. But that means she's good on offense too. So I think she can be played anywhere. I wouldn't play her as a midfielder, but you can. Um, And obviously, if you're playing Jakar and your teammates in the goalie's face, don't also be in the goalie's face. Play the midfield. It's okay that you don't always have to play your role. You can move around. It's free flowing. It doesn't really matter.
Can't you see I'm
Aimee
busy?
is a midfield control mage. I like to play her really far forward, or at least like a little more forward than your normal midfield control mage. But that's because I use eject button so I can get around really fast. The midfield control mage, she's really good at scoring a lot of goals and scoring from really weird angles. The downside is her abilities are really hard to hit stuff where you want it or do stuff that you want it to do because you're basically controlling every aspect, which is good and bad. But yeah, that's my rundown on every striker. So I'll just do like one more quick breakdown. KOs and scoring. I would suggest goalie, but extremely versatile. You can play him as a striker as well, or you can play him as a forward as well. Pure goalie. You can mix all these up. Like you can put Dubu and Atlas as forwards, but I wouldn't recommend it. But you're your own person. You can mess around, have fun. Estelle mid range control, uh, long range goal scorer, pure defensive goalie on Atlas. Juno is a very good midfielder and high skill cap potential, but very hard to play. Jakar, pure goal scorer, occasional KOs. Pure KOs, occasional goal scorer. um, Era, pure midfield control mage. Um, high scoring goalie with a lot of potential. Asher, extremely versatile, can be played in any position. And then Aimee, midfield scoring mage. So yeah, that's the rundown, guys. If you like these kind of videos, I can definitely make some more Omega Strikers content. So thank you.